No other questions?
This is Shantinath Rao here from KNN. I heard that most of the people keep their mobiles in the left-hand side in the pocket, and that radiation affect heart and brain, and how much percentage it is true actually. And for that, most of the people are getting pouches for in market that radiation it get less. Does it put some more lights on it? These pouches are will help for radiation.
Sorry, I didn't understand the question.
The recently we're getting pouches for the avoid radiation. So how much it's going to help?
Radiation
They are
shield.
having shields.
Oh,
Where
great.
they are having the
Pouches.
to help
Pouches.
them guard against the heart or wherever they're putting.
Outside the
They're
heart,
shields,
but not within the heart. Outside.
Yeah. No radiation shield works. You're wasting your money. Whatever. It just doesn't work. And unfortunately, I see people that sell radiation shields as preying on people's fear about something that doesn't exist. So there's no circumstances I could ever imagine using a radiation shield. Just turn your phone off. That's all you have to do if you don't want to be irradiated. It's much cheaper.
What has been the level of interaction with the Indian government to dispel those myths? Being certified.
I don't know. I've only been in India 3 days. I haven't had a chance.
No,
But-
is WHO doing something about it, to dispel myths, trying to interact with
WHO,
governments?
okay. WHO, as I said, is an administrative organization. It puts information out. Now, countries are free. They're responsible for their own citizens. I recommend strongly that the Indian government take a position, and preferably the position that WHO recommends they take, and inform the general population about what research is being done, what the levels are of radio frequency fields are in the environment, and interact with the public. Because if they don't say anything, then people just continue concerned because people that are supposed to be looking after them are not saying anything. I know a lot of the times, and I had a case, I spoke to the Belgian health minister a number of years ago, and she said, we want to bring in some standards for radio frequency fields from mobile phones and base stations. And I said, look, as an international organization, WHO recommends you use international limits. And she said, but if I do, I'll lose my job. She did, and she lost her job because she was in a political alliance with Greens and people who are more active on EMF. She wanted to have international standards for her country, but political reality was that she couldn't. And Belgium is in a mess. They just had to double their standard because they couldn't use 4G. So reducing levels for no good reason other than political expediency is not helpful to anyone. To me, you should be saying, or the government should be saying, we use internationally recommended standards. And leave it at that. Just use what 60 other countries are using in the world. I know there's a high density population in Mumbai, but it's not as high as Hong Kong, who accepts international standards. And there's no problem in Hong Kong. It's not an issue. So saying that Indians are different, health-wise, they're no different to anyone else. They are going to absorb those RF fields exactly the same way, so that international standards are the only way to go. And eventually, all this issue will die down if they keep saying, we're just doing what WHO recommends. There's 192 countries in the world are member states of WHO, and they look to WHO to guide them on health issues. they pay for it, why not get some benefit by using the recommendations?